start turning brown. Red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet.
Morning everyone, I hope you are all doing well, and thank you so much for the love on these vlogs. And oh my gosh, thank you for nearly 2,000 subscribers, which is insane considering this channel has only been around for around about 2 months. But I massively appreciate you all. This video, again, it's a bit of a mixture of a few things that I've got up to over the week. We're going to do some cooking. We're definitely going to be doing some talking, a little bit of talking, mainly about my exciting news, but yeah, that's gonna come in the video as well. I'm gonna put a timeline of everything down in the description box below, and hopefully you will enjoy. And George also sends his love. I've trapped him in the living room with Tim because it's hard enough getting an intro filmed. When George is here, it's like 10 takes just to get the hi everyone. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. I'm also going to put the names of the songs on screen because I do get a lot of questions about what song I'm using. I pay monthly for Epidemic Sounds. It's a subscription service, and it's royalty free music because I'm paying for it, and thousands of songs on there. So if you guys are thinking about setting up a YouTube channel, fully recommend paying the £9.99 a month for unlimited music. It is beautiful music. But yes, I'm loving finding and selecting songs for this channel. But yes, any song that plays in the video, I will try and remember and put the name of the song on the screen because that's a question I get asked. Enjoy the video, guys. We're back with Gousto this week because we took a 1 week break just because it just got a bit samey, and we were like, we can just cook dinners. I don't know who we think we are. We weren't adult enough. We had beans on toast, we had a pizza takeout, we had a Chinese takeaway takeout. I did cook a spaghetti bolognese, and I did cook a beef and mashed potato dish. But other than that, 2 takeouts and beans on toast. So we are back with Gousto. It has just arrived. A little bit annoyed with Gousto this morning. Firstly, I completely forgot to order my recipes in time for the deadline. So they've sent me 5 random meals. Don't know if I'm gonna like them. I'm sure I would, because who am I kidding? I love food, right? But anyway, so this was due this morning between 10:30 and 11:30, and they're really good. They usually always come within their time slot, but they didn't come today. So he's just popped to the shop, and he texts me, and he's like, next door don't get Gousto. And I was like, no, they don't get Gousto. And he was like, there's a Gousto box sitting on their doorstep. One job, and it's to read the door number on a package. Anyway, this is not going to be a ranty video at all. It's just the little things that, like, yeah, don't sweat the small stuff. Is that what they say? So I'm not going to sweat it. But I don't know how long it's been there. So I'm going to open the frozen department and just see if everything is still really, really cold. I will be letting them know as well. But yeah, if Tim hadn't popped to the shop when he popped to the shop, the neighbours are away. So the box would have totally been taken or ripped open by wolves. I was going to say ripped open by wolves. Claire, you don't live in Forks, Washington. Foxes is what I was going to say. It would have been ripped open by foxes. But you know what? It's all good, Claire. Get a grip. It's here. I'm going to get it opened, get everything put away. Hopefully everything is still super cold. And that was my little Gousto rant. But we're going to eat well this week like proper adults. I've just checked the ice blocks that come in the Gousto, and they are all pretty solid still. A little bit defrosted, but solid enough for me to not worry about the meat that's been sitting in there. But yeah, this is what we are looking like. Hello, vegetables. Welcome. They've sent us lamb meatloaf with rosemary potatoes and red currant gravy. Right up my street. Thank you very much. They've sent us chicken katsu curry with pickled ginger salad. Yum. They have sent us goat's cheese and pomegranate loaded sweet potato. Not a fan of goat's cheese. Yuck, thank you. Pomegranate's cool and all, but in a salad. So to me, this doesn't look like much of a meal because it's literally just a little sweet potato. Anyway, first world problem. And they've also sent us peri peri chicken and pepper rice. Yes, please get in my belly. So we are definitely missing a recipe card. The 5th card. Guys, why am I like this? I found the 5th card in the box that I'd put already the recycling stuff in. It was tucked up and kind of like stuck to the side of the box. So the 5th dinner, I know, George, I'm coming now, is the Thai style crispy pork belly with sticky rice and nam jim jao. I'm not sure how to say that word, but it looks nice here. But pork belly has always been a bit like to me, but we shall see. I guess we shall see. Right, let's bag it up. I've brought you out with me because I need to go back to COSTCO and get the clothes washing stuff. I did a price comparison and kicked myself when it was literally double the price in Tesco's. So I need to go back to COSTCO's, get my pods, and I'm also gonna get some Lenore as well. Also, I need to pick up some, what do I need? It's so noisy. I'm right by a main road. Sorry about the traffic. But also, you know how I said this video wasn't going to be a ranty video? The weather has absolutely no business being 24 degrees in October. 24 degrees. 24 in October. I am sorry, what? It's not right. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm going to start a petition because this is ridiculous. We are meant to be seeing temperatures of 24, 25 degrees for the next 2 weeks. I'm sorry, what? Who wants to go trick-or-treating sweating? Nobody. Everyone wants cold, chilly, frosty. No, I am going to bed hot. I'm waking up hot. And now I'm boiling. I've come out. Literally, I've only just got a vest on and a light shirt. That is it. I am absolutely ready to turn this engine on and get the aircon in my face. I think it is an absolute liberty. I rarely look down the tech department in COSTCO's just because it's not what I'm there for, but I did have a look and I want one of these so badly. It's a robotic Hoover. I mean, is that not living the dream? You just press a button and it does your hoovering. But I know for a fact George would either wee on it or he'd wee on the floor and my 300-pound Hoover would just drink it up. So I can't have one. Guys, the Christmas department in COSTCO's has quadrupled since the last time I brought you here. Look at this, right? 20 Christmas gift bags. 20 whole bags for $9.99. Is that not okay? Let's look at the bottom price. $11.98. $11.98. I still think that's a good deal for so many bags. But yeah, the Christmas department was Christmasing, and these, oh my gosh, these like ribbons, like Hessian ribbons, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, like Christmas wired ribbons. They were massive, guys, like super chunky. And then I spotted the gnomes. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love the tomty, the gonk, the gnome, whatever it is you call it. I love these guys. This is beautiful. Equally, I'm too tight. I'm too tight to put that kind of thing on gift wrap. I really am. I love these garlands and the way they displayed it on like an American staircase, because houses do not look like that here at all. And then I saw these. I adore nutcrackers. I never used to like them, but I adore them. And if it wasn't fudge, I would have bought one. I actually really intensely dislike fudge. But sadly, it was all fudge, so I didn't even bother. This box, come on now, stop it. It's literally the size of my car. It's absolutely massive. Imagine finding this under your tree at Christmas. Here's the thing with me. I am so easily pleased, and I know it sounds really cheesy and corny, but but I find joy in so many things that other people are like, get a grip, Claire. But I find joy in little things. If I had 5 presents under the tree that were like slippers, socks, pajamas, body butter, that's me done. I am happy. Leave me alone, please. Thank you very much. So I can just kind of like lay in a swamp of pure indulgence and self-pampering. But yeah, hey, that's me. Chocolates as well, chocolates. This bottle of vodka, like I don't actually drink, I'm teetotal, but this bottle of vodka was the size of me. It was the size of me. It absolutely was massive, but honestly, I can't get enough. I can't get enough of Costco. And even this, like Tower of Treats, the boxes themselves are stunning. So, you know, empty them out into your fridge and put the tower under your tree. Houston, we have a problem. They don't have the pods. Like, what are the actual odds? I've come back from and they don't got them. They don't got them. So I think I'll just buy a different brand because I'm not brand loyal. I'll just get what I get and hopefully... It's always the way, isn't it? Like I went back to get those aerial pods and this was all they had, like loads of empty boxes. I did end up picking up this one, which is Fairy. I have never in my life used Fairy, but oh my gosh, I've used it now and it is beautiful. They did have the aerial colour, but I didn't want to pay the extra money just because it says colour, because, you know, between you and me, I don't separate. I do not separate. Everything goes in together. There's no such thing as a whitewash or a coloured wash, unless it's Tim's white shirts. Other than that, no, everything goes in. I did pick up the Fairy because you all know I bought that Dishmatic and I didn't even have enough Fairy to fill it. The food section in Costco's, again, dangerous. But guys, happy to report, I didn't go near the cakes. I didn't go near. Now, I know that coffee table books, like styling in the home with coffee table books is a thing. It's not a thing for me, but it is a thing. And they've got these giant Dior Chanel books, which I thought was pretty cool. Then I saw these. These are the most beautiful soap dispensers I've ever seen. I mean, how stunning are these? Just stunning. I mean, they're ceramic as well. What a gift. What a Christmas gift. Or like open it up, you know, wrap them individually for people. Sorted. Guys, I snuck over to TK Maxx and I have to show you this. This is the Halloween department of TK Maxx. It's done. It's over. They're decorating for Christmas. So when I had messages like, it's too soon, Claire, it's too soon, it's too soon. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. If you don't go out shopping for Halloween in August, it's too late. It's too late. Now, we are making changes to our living room, which I will talk about very, very soon, but I am looking for side tables. Chances are I will make one, but I am looking for new side tables and a new rug because our rug has been sadly destroyed by getting a puppy. But guys, look at this. I'm sorry. If I didn't have a puppy, this would be coming home with me. 100% coming home with me. I absolutely loved everything. I kind of just had a bit of a smooch around the shops. A smooch? What am I kissing the shops? I had a mooch, guys, not a smooch. HomeSense had way more Halloween than TK Maxx. It's like TK Maxx has done, like washed their hands of it, but HomeSense are still packed out with Halloween stuff. So fear not. Get yourself to HomeSense if you've not yet picked up anything. I want it all. I'm not going to lie. I want it all. And of course, B&M. I had to go to B&M to get my softener because Costco's didn't have my softener, which was very strange. I couldn't find any softener whatsoever in Costco's. But it's dangerous this time of year because it's just Christmas everywhere. I wasn't ready to see this in the side. For context, we've only had one of these stores within a 20-mile radius, okay? I've had to travel into Romford, a place called Romford, and I haven't been for years because I'm not going to travel that far just for this store. And Claire, you need help. I need help. Cannot even tell you. And a car's just decided to park here. Hobbycraft now open. Stop it now. When did this happen? I need answers. Hobbycraft now open. Now, I can't even believe this is happening. Years, I'm telling you. Years I've been living here and nothing. Again, he knows. As soon as I put my phone up on the little stand, he's crying at my feet, pick me up. Costco's was a success for the majority of things. I got the fairy clothes washing, smells beautiful, never used it before, we'll definitely use it again. I got like way too much toilet roll. I've never bought toilet roll in bulk like that before, but 40 rolls. And kitchen towel, oh my goodness me. We go through a lot of kitchen towel and I'm always buying it in like a 4-pack from Tesco's, aren't I? To wipe somebody's, yeah. So bought a massive bundle of kitchen towel and the roll itself is massive and each sheet is massive. So yeah, super happy with that. But the smaller things I got this for Tim because Tim, I mean, it's massive. Tim absolutely loves Marmite, loves it, goes through the stuff. So this is a 600 gram tub, 600 grams for the same price as one of his normal tiny little jars. And these tiny little jars are 250 grams and the tub is 600 grams and pretty much the same price. So got him that. I mean, that is chili Marmite, but normal Marmite. Then in TK Maxx, didn't really see anything that screamed at me. Again, Halloween stock is low. They're just starting their Christmas stock. Didn't see any mugs in particular, but I did get a candle. It has been a minute since I got a candle. George is smelling it. This is absolutely beautiful. It's called Meditate. It's called Meditate. It's called Meditate. Oh my God, I'm flushed. It's called Meditate, not Medicate. Don't medicate. I need medication. Yeah, George, that's the next step for us, I think. Okay, let's start this again. It's called Meditate. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't... Oh, gosh, it is beautiful. Saffron and amber. Saffron and amber. They had this in like different sizes, like tiny little ones. And I'm like, I'll burn that out in a day. So there's no point. I got the massive Meditate. So yeah, we'll meditate together. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. But I can't light it until the kitchen is clean. Because, you know, that's how we roll. Other than that, nothing super exciting. I did get the fairy washing up liquid and I got enough. Should last us a good couple of years because we don't hand wash mostly. We use a dishwasher, but I do use a lot of fairy for cleaning the bathroom. All the tiles I use fairy, windows I use fairy. But as for dishes, no, I don't use, thanks George, thanks a lot. I don't use fairy for that, but should last us a good couple of years, I'd say, because I've got tons. I don't want to buy too much in bulk because then I'd have no reason to go back to Costco's. And I'm always going to need a reason to go back to Costco. So don't buy too many things, people. Otherwise, you don't get to go back as often. Anyway, that is all. Loving this. Going to clean and set it alight, aren't I, George? Guys, the last month with George, he's changed so much and he has started burying things. My heart bursts every time I give him a dental stick. He runs in the living room, he gets up on the sofa and he digs the cushions like he's trying to dig a hole in the dirt, and he puts the dental stick down the back of the cushions. This is a new thing. He has never done this and I am so much more in love with him because of it. We just sit there and look at him and just like secretly giggle because he's trying to find a place to bury, and it is just the most adorable thing ever. We had a huge storm. It got super cold, very rainy, massive thunderstorm. I went across the UK. So Tim made a stew. Even though Gousto was delivered, we decided we would have a stew, and he makes the most beautiful dumplings. Like, stew and dumplings is the ultimate wintry dish. And so yeah, he made a stew. And then we tackled Gousto the very next day. I took George out again on another walk, and the whole floor was covered in conkers. Like, when I tell you hundreds of conkers had fallen overnight, so many. And because of the storm the night before, like, we had really strong winds, super heavy rain, and just really bad. A couple of trees had come down in the woods, so it was like me thinking, that's the twig. That is literally a twig. I will pick that up when I get there. But this tree was like 30 foot tall, and it had fallen well and truly in the woods and wedged in amongst all of the trees. So I just logged on to my local council website and I reported it. But poor George was like, fine, I'll jump over it if I have to. And then I saw a gorgeous caterpillar hanging from the trees, which if I didn't clock it, would have been in my face. That first Gousto meal, I decided to go with the peri-peri. What I do with Gousto is I work out what the use by dates are on all the meat, and then I just number them 1 to 5. And number 1 being the meat that needs to be eaten ASAP, and number 5 is the meat that has the luxury of time. So yeah, dish number 1 was the peri-peri, and oh wow. If you are new to Gousto or any kind of subscription service like this, it really is aimed at the convenience market, like no waste. If you need like 2 garlic cloves for a meal, they send you 2 garlic cloves. Sometimes someone will be generous and I'll get a whole bulb of garlic, and I'll be like, oh, someone was feeling a little bit happy that day and they threw in a whole bulb. But usually you just get exactly what you need to make that exact meal, and I honestly love it. We've been doing it around about 6 months now. Cannot. I have a moment of peace to talk to you guys because Tim and George have gone for a walk. It is, what is it? 8 o'clock p.m. It's 8 o'clock in the evening. George is bouncing off the walls. He's already had an hour. Obviously he's had his hour this morning, but he has 2 walks most days, some days only 1. But yeah, so they've gone out and it's just given me 10 minutes at least to just chill, which is so nice. Sorry if I've got food in my teeth. The dinner was lovely actually. That peri-peri, but it did blow my face off. We were literally sitting there, our eyes were streaming. You know, with Gousto it says if you don't like the heat, don't put all of the cayenne pepper in. But I don't know, I think I kind of mistook hunger for putting all of the ingredients in. Do you know what I mean? So I just literally threw it all in. Oh my gosh, we were both sitting there like, this is so spicy hot. I mean, I do like spicy food, but I like spicy food that doesn't 3rd degree burn your tongue. Do you know what I mean? But yes, in other big news, today I started HRT. I am 46. I don't mind sharing everything, but yeah, the symptoms of perimenopause, it has again, I don't want to bore anyone who's here, like doesn't care about this, doesn't care about women's health or what you might have to go through when you're older or what you've been through when you're younger, but symptoms have been insane. But what's been more insane is having to fight to be heard and fight to be listened to and fight to be believed. What is it they call it? Medical gaslighting? Yeah, that's it. I was medically gaslit for the longest time. Like, even all of the years that I've suffered with my periods, it took years to be heard, because I was overweight my whole life, and telling them that it runs in the family. My mum and my sister both suffered for years and they're skinny. It didn't matter. I had to lose 6 stone, and I don't know what that is in pounds. I had to lose 6 stone. I got down to a very, very thin, skinny, didn't like it. But the point was to prove that it wasn't my weight. Anyway, that's in the past. That's years ago. It's been years and years and years. and I've not long in June had a procedure to fully stop my periods, which was a success, and I'm not getting them. Touch wood, they won't return. They might return, but yes, I've also done a video on that procedure. It was called an endometrial ablation. So I have done a whole video on it, but I'm waiting to post that video until it's 6 months past the operation. Anyway, back to the HRT. Sorry if you're already asleep at this point. I spoke to my doctor back in May. I wrote down everything I was experiencing. Symptoms, guys, are crazy. You know, everyone thinks of hot flushes. I know I don't know if it's just the UK or in America you call it hot flashes. We call them hot flushes. I don't get hot flushes. I know what hot flushes feel like because I had IVF many, many years ago, and that IVF puts your body into a state of shock and if you like, a temporary menopause. Oh wow, I was getting a lot of hot flushes then. So I know what they feel like. I'm just in a constant state of hot. I'm hot all the time. Even now, I've got the fan in my face, 8 o'clock at night. But yes, anyway, so HRT. I spoke to my doctor back in May. I gave him the list of my symptoms that I've had over the last, I want to say 3 years. I want to go back 3 years. Dry skin, itchy skin everywhere, not sleeping. You guys know I got a new bed. I haven't been sleeping very well. Thinking it was the bed. It's not the bed. It's not the bed. The bed is still not. It's still not it. Not sleeping, dry eyes, itchy skin, itchy scalp, blurred vision. But the biggest one for me is brain fog. Messing up a lot. Just doing things. I mean, I never do anything right. I never do anything perfect. I don't want to, because where do you go from there? Do you know what I mean? But just making little mistakes, simple mistakes. And last May I spoke to my doctor, who's a man. Again, I don't want to say any more than that. I gave him a whole list of my symptoms: aching bones, aching joints. That came back to my weight. The brain fog and the pure mixture of confusion sometimes, and feeling like I'm going crazy because I couldn't remember what day it was. But yeah, all of these symptoms, and the doctor I've had for a couple of years, honestly, I don't think he believes in perimenopause. He definitely doesn't believe in PMS. That's for sure. Practically laughed at me when I told him I felt like I had PMDD and not PMS. Anyway, in May he looked me up and down and was like, perimenopause is, it's a tricky one. It's like, dude without a uterus, you don't have to tell me that. I kind of know it's tricky. And yeah, when was the last time you had a hormonal bleed? But anyway, yeah, it's been a fight. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a fight. So last week, I went to, was it last week, the week before, I went to Screwfix to pick up some new filters for my respirator. And I got there, but I'd parked in B&Q car park, which is half a mile away from Screwfix. And I parked up and I was like, why have I come out for? What have I come out for? Why am I parked at B&Q? My brain went on autopilot because I'm in B&Q quite a lot. But my brain went on autopilot. Didn't really remember driving there. I mean, a lot of us go through that. We kind of like get somewhere, it's like, oh my God, I don't remember doing that bit of motorway. I know we all experience that. I know we do. But yeah, I was sitting in the B&Q car park and I almost freaked myself out because I was like, okay, this is bad now. This is like, I couldn't remember what I'd come out for. Didn't know why I was sitting in the B&Q car park. And I had to check my bag and check my list, and lo and behold, there it was, Screwfix, and I need a respirator mark. So out I drove and all the way around to Screwfix, and I was like, that's enough now. I need to shout, I need to fight. Like all of my, well, not all of my friends, a lot of my friends are younger, they don't get it, they're not here yet, They're not here yet. Whereas I've got two friends that are similar age, if not a bit older, and one of them got HRT at 41, and she just said that, you know, you are being medically gaslit. You're the one experiencing everything. You're the one going through it. You know, I've been reading Davina McCall's book, who's a person in the UK, if you've not heard of her. She's written a book all about the menopause and her fight. So yeah, I had to book my doctor's appointment online. We have to do it online now. Another technology thing that is leaving out anyone of a certain generation. And it says reason for appointment, and I wrote need HRT, need it. It was one of those things that I just felt like I have to write something that is gonna get them to listen to me. Anyway, the doctor rang me, which they do. The doctor rang me on the date and time I booked, and he said, okay, come in, I'll get you to see this doctor. And I was like, another doctor? Every time I go in, it's another locum, a different locum. They're only going to be here 6 months. And every time I meet a good one, they're gone 3 months later. So I met this doctor who, with all due respect to him, looked about 12. He looked about 12, and I'm like, what age were you when you did your degree? Like 6? Anyway, he was unbelievable. Like, you know how amazing it is when you're listened to, you know, especially if you've been big or if you've ever been on the bigger side, and even if you went in with like a sore tooth, it would be like, you need to lose weight. This guy, he was like, tell me your symptoms. I went through every little symptom: the itchy skin, the dry eyes, ears, oh my god, itchy ears, my vision. Like, I had 20/20 vision in 2020, and now I can't even read a book without really straining. Some days words it turns to mist, like a fog, and that is a classical perimenopausal symptom. And I was going through it all, but the biggest thing for me was the brain fog and just not having a clear head. I just feel like cotton wool all the time. So he asked me about my family history, my medical history, and I said no. You know, he just had to run through all of the, have we got a history of this, and this? I said absolutely not. I walked straight out with HRT. I couldn't believe it. After speaking to the doctor for 3 whole years about HRT, before that it was obviously everything else, periods, PMDD, PMS. I wasn't diagnosed with PMDD. I felt like I had PMDD, but anyway, it's taken years, guys. And I'm now 46, and most women will start to experience perimenopause around the age of 40, a lot earlier for some. Geez, you know, some unlucky, unfortunate women start at 15, 16. So obviously they are medically rare. But for the majority of the women, the average age is 40. And here I am, 47 next birthday, having to fight to be heard and list all of these crazy, like, the symptoms are, there's hundreds of symptoms. Obviously, these symptoms can be other things as well. You know, I was talking to someone else, her bones, her joints, everything ached. She was thinking perimenopause, but actually she's been diagnosed with diabetes. Luckily, I've got the all clear on diabetes. I've had every test under the sun. Every test. I even tested positive for 100%. Fabulous. I'm just kidding, guys. Anyway, sorry for the essay. I've been talking way too long about this. I've got the Everall Conti. So if anyone watching this has this, I started it today. I got a patch on my butt, just to my left of my thigh, top of your leg or left of your thigh or back of your leg or wherever like that, lower, below the waistline. The patch is on. It's got to be changed twice weekly. And the side effects are everything I've just mentioned. We shall see. We shall see. If you started HRT or anything like that, if you are thinking of starting HRT, the government have just made it free, because before it was £20 a month here in the UK. It wasn't fully 100% covered by the NHS. It was £20 a month, but now it's £20 for the year. If you log on to the NHS website, put in your details, and you can actually apply for a prepayment prescription certificate, which costs £20 for the year instead of what this would cost, £20 a month for HRT. So you'll save a hell of a lot of money. Actually, when I went to the chemist, she said, go home, log in, apply for the certificate, pay your £19.98, whatever it is, come back, and then you'll get this, and you'll get the next whole year's worth of HRT for 20 quid. So I was like, bargain, I'm gonna go home right now and do that. And that's what I did. So we shall see. I mean, the patches are on. I've got a whole stash here. When these are finished, we're gonna have a review just to see how I'm getting on with it, because it doesn't work for everyone. But really all I'm hoping from this is, I guess, a clearer head and just being a little bit more with it. I do drink a ton of water. I don't drink a ton. I drink about 3 or 4 pints a day, which is probably not enough. But I do drink a lot of water. It's my go-to evening drink, first thing in the morning, blah, blah, blah. I also drink a lot of tea. But I don't drink alcohol and I don't smoke. So we shall see. Anyway, if you're starting, or if you want to start, if you're starting, if you've done it, if you're doing it, if it's working for you, if it's not working for you, what HRT are you taking? Are you experiencing any of the symptoms that I just mentioned, as well as 200 others? 200 others, like, it's insane. Oh, to be a woman. Good morning. We are up at stupid o'clock this morning, aren't we, George? Yeah, we're going on a really long walk. My friend Joe. My friend Joe, who lives down the road to me, she has a gorgeous little King Charles Cavalier, and yeah, she's been kind of like, even though I've been here 7 years, I don't really know the area, and I know that we are surrounded by more countryside than I realise, and lakes and things. She took me on a walk not long ago for 2 hours, and it was beautiful. Didn't even know this place existed. And yeah, she messaged me last night and asked if we wanted to go on another walk today. So I'm meeting her this morning at 7:30 to go. So it is now 7. I am up, washed my face, you know, got dressed, and George knows that that's not normal. He knows that's not normal, so he's skittish and he's like jumping around. What's happening? So yes, I'm gonna bring you as well, and hopefully get some prettiness.
I met an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out an old pen and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. Searching for glory. I took out an old pen and wrote in my story. takes to heart what I wrote. I said, son, when you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
It has been a couple of days since I went out on that amazing walk with Joe. It was beautiful. I did want to add a little bit more into this video. I wanted to do something with you guys that I'm working on with George, but I'll be honest, that walk, it took us 2.5 hours. Nice casual stroll, no jogging involved. A nice 2.5 hour stroll, stunning scenery, pretty much had the whole entire walk to ourselves, only met one other dog walker, which was a luxury in 2.5 hours. We walked around 6 miles, which was a lovely walk, but quite honestly, it wiped me out. It wiped me out feet wise. My feet were killing me. And then because it's been a few days since I've been on HRT, I know it can take a couple of months for HRT to enter the system, but I was already feeling an impact from starting the HRT. I didn't really look up all of the side effects. I could see there was a ton of side effects, but I didn't want to read them. I didn't want them getting in my head, because I was like, oh, well, I've got this. I don't like that. So I kind of skipped over, and I was like, wow, lots of side effects. But dizziness, I didn't realize was a side effect. So 3 days in, super dizzy as I woke up, and it was really like room spinning dizzy. And I was like, oh, this is new. This is different. What's going on now? I'm falling apart. It's the end of the world. So yes, I read the packaging, and dizziness is quite a high up there side effect. Luckily, did not last very long. And headachy, which I do not suffer with headaches at all. Headachy, dizziness, and nausea. And it was the nausea and the tiredness that pretty much stopped me from filming any more for this vlog. So I am sorry. I feel like this vlog might be a little bit weak, but it is how my week has gone. Week as in week, and week as in week. Oh my god, really, Claire? But yeah, that is how my week has been. So yeah, it's sadly going to end sooner than I wanted it to. I did also want to touch on the fact that when I was talking about my journey with my health, my periods, everything to do with being a woman, I was in no way implying that we should be it's okay to be overweight or obese. I've been a larger size my entire life, and I'm not saying that that's okay. So I don't want anyone watching this video saying, oh, she thinks it's perfectly fine to be big or perfectly fine to be obese. You know, everyone knows in an ideal world, we'd all be fit and healthy. We'd all be fit and healthy. You can be healthy and still be large. That's the difference. So yes, I'm very aware that being overweight, being clinically obese or technically obese, that on its own is going to have an impact on health, and that is also going to create problems. You know, I've known myself, I've had to lose weight for operations, I've had to lose weight for this treatment, I've had to lose weight for various things. I had to lose weight for my operation in June. Luckily, I was within the BMI allowance for HRT. So if you are looking at HRT, there is an impact if you are of a certain weight. So I didn't want anyone watching this video kind of thinking that I was being quite nonchalant about health, weight and obesity, because I'm not at all. I know it has an impact, and in an ideal world you would be of a healthy fitness in order for your weight not to be an issue for treatment. One day I'll get there. One day I'll get there. But yes, I just wanted to say that at the end. I hope you've enjoyed this. And like I said, it's shorter than I wanted it to be. But I'm wiped out. I am wiped out. At one point I was going to rip off the patch because I was like, screw this. I don't want to go backwards. I was feeling okay. And then all of a sudden I'm feeling sick and dizzy. I'm like, hell no, get this patch off my leg. But I didn't take it off. My second patch is on now. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, if you are taking any of it, do let me know in the comments section down below. And thank you for watching.